In this video, we are going to find the shortest distance between any 2 points. Hello, this is Jagan from Grow with Data. I am posting this video to share my knowledge in SQL with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I will be happy. Welcome to the 29th video of our Advanced SQL 50 interview question series. We have different topics to cover and we now continue with the Advanced Select and Join related questions. This video will be tagged in Advanced SQL 50 questions playlist and the code we discuss in this video will be uploaded to the GitHub. The link for the GitHub page will be in the video description part. Now let's see the data set first and then we can talk about the question in detail. So we are given a table called point. So this table stores the position of a point on a x-axis. Let's create the table. So in this table, the primary key of this table is the x-axis. That means the point is not going to be repeated within the table. It's going to be unique. So what they're asking us to do is, we have to find the shortest distance between any 2 points from the points table. If you see this, the distance between -1 and 0 is going to be 1, right? And the distance between -1 and 2 is going to be 3. And the distance between 0 and -1 again is going to be 1. And 0 and 2 is going to be 2. And here 2 to 0 is going to be 2 and 2 to -1 is going to be 3, right? So this is what is the point. So the minimum distance, the shortest distance between the point is going to be 1, right? So this is what is expected. So on seeing this question, basically what we do is, okay, the same table has to be referred, so we do a self join, right? Okay, let's go for the self join and see what are all the corrections we have to do. So let's start with the basic join from the point table, say P1, inner join point P2. So here we have to compare all the points -1 with -1, 0 and 2 in the point 2 table. So we just say P1, or we can say 1 equal to 2. So in that way we just say the 1 equal to 1, all the full join, right? So this -1 in P1 is going to refer to -1, 0 and 2 in P2. So we just say 1 equal to 1, and even you don't have to give it. So now what we are going to do is P1.x and we say P2.x and then we say P1.x minus P2.x. So this is what is going to be the difference. So we just give alias name as div, or okay, let's run it. So here if you see -1, 0, let's order by, right? Okay, order by 1, 2. In that way you get some reference. So -1 in P1 is refers to -1, 0 and 2 in P2, right? -1 in P1 refers to -1, 0 and 2. The difference is going to be -3 and -1. So when you have the point distance, we don't have to have the -1 or +1. So we can simply use the absolute value. And for better preference, we can say P1x and this we say P2x, right? Okay. So here -1 in P1 points to -1, 0 and 2. The distance is 0, 1 and 3. And again for 0 it refers to all the other 3 points. That's a full join. So here the main thing is we don't have to compare the same points, right? -1 to -1. That's don't make any difference, right? So what I can do, I can simply say P1.x is not equal to P2.x. So in that way I will ignore this -1 to -1, 0 to 0 and 2 to 2, right? The same number won't be referred. If I run this, few numbers got reduced, right? So out of 3 into 3, now we are reducing to 2 points for everything. So -1 refers to other 2 points, 0 and 2, and 0 refers to -1 and 2, right? the same point reference is ignored. Good. Here if you see the distance 1, 3, 1, 2. So if I take minimum of it, I will get the answer, right? But here there's one more point I can say. So -1 refers to 0 and here 0 refers to -1. Both are same, right? So left to right, right to left. I don't want to do that. So if I compare -1 to 0, there's no point going to 0 to -1. So what I can do, I can just point to p1.x is greater than p2.x. In that way, if you say p1 -1, p2 is 0. Which one is greater? 0. So this one don't be referred. Only you refer to this point. And again -1 and 2, 2 and -1. In this, I will be getting only 2 and -1 because p1 should be greater than p2. Okay? When I run this, I get this point. So I ignore all the double references. Now I can say which one is the smallest, the difference. My 1, 3 and 2. Out of that, which one is minimum? I can just get minimum of the absolute value. Since the points are not required, I can just remove this and I run this. Unknown column. So what is the unknown column? 2. Oh, okay. The order by is not required. So the difference is going to be 1. So that is what is expected, right? So basically we did in 3 different steps. Oh, let me copy the SQL. So first reference, what we did, we just did a full join, right? 1 equal to 1. And then we thought we don't have to compare the same points. So we ignore comparing the same points. So we gave the p1.x not equal to p2.x. Then we saw 2 numbers got referred in -1 and 0 referred with 0 to -1. The same points referred twice. So to reduce that, we just put p1.x greater than p2.x. Since we don't want the points, we do only the minimum point distance, right? So we just use only the minimum of this. So we got the result. So this is the best way. I can say this is the better solution going for the interview point of view. So you can keep up this solution. And if you want to think about how to use the Windows function, then we can see how to do it. Let's take the lead and lag option. Okay. The main advantage of using Windows function is here in self join, you use the points table twice. If you do a Windows function, you don't have to. You can just compare only once. So from the point table, what are things we have? The X, right? So the X is the point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to refer to the next value. So I can say lead of X over order by X as next. So if I run this, I will get -1, 0 and 2. It will refer to the next value. For -1's next value is 0, 0's next value is 2. There is no value next to 2. So you get null. So if I want to compare the points next to it, this is not going to work, right? So what I do, I can get the lag function also, the previous one. Instead of lead, I say lag. So that is previous. If I run this, I will get -1, the next value is 0, right? So you get 0. There is no previous value for -1, so you get null. And if you see this 0, the previous value is -1, the next value is 2. So you get 2 minus 1. And 2, I don't have next value, so it's null. And then the previous value is 0. If I want to track only the points, right, the previous or next, so I can just say the coalesce function, I can get the next value or the previous value, right, as previous, okay, whatever the alias name is. So if I do this, so -1 refers to 0 and 0 refers to 2 and 2 refers to 0, right? So this is also good for me to get the distance. So to get the point difference, you can say with raw data as, I get this as a data set, I can simply say select x minus the previous from the raw data. To run this, I will guess -1, -2 and 2. So -1 is -1 and 0, and for this one 0 and 2 is 2, and sorry, 0 and 2 is -2, 2 and 0 is 2. So that is what we are getting. For more clarity, you can just x previous and x minus previous. So that will give me the difference. And I don't want the direction minus or plus. So I say the absolute value of what I have. So it's a diff. So 1, 2 and 2. So here I want the minimum value. I don't want the x and other points. So I say minimum of this. So this will give me whichever is the minimum point. So I can do a self join. I can simply go with the full join, or the better way is don't compare the same point again, or you just compare once x and x1 and x2, x2 and x1. That repeated value can be ignored, simply saying x p1 dot x is greater than p2 dot x. So this is the better solution. But if you want to use, your use case needs some reference of the points, then we can use the Windows function. Lead and lag might be the better option. You can choose any one of this. I prefer going with the self join in this scenario. If you want to use this code, then the GitHub link will be in the description part. This video will be in advanced SQL 50 questions playlist, and the description, all the videos will have its corresponding GitHub link. You can use this to the code base, and the one we're talking about is the 29th video, which got the create statement and what's the expected output, and the self join we have, or we use the Windows function. You can use this for your practice. If you want to join the WhatsApp channel, that's the link here. I will be posting the snippet like the short video before I post the full length video. So you can join this WhatsApp channel to get that before the video gets live. Hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.